The space between us. Before the summer vacation started, I planned things out that I wanted to do during the vacation. One of them is watching movies, among which I listed The Space Between Us. The reason why I decided to watch the movie, although I'm not into romantic movie or novel, is that first, quite many people recommended the movie to me, and second, the movie was also science fiction, which I do love. Although I spent my time playing with something else and kept saying, "Oh, I'm too busy to watch such movies just for fun," I know I had enough time to watch movies that I listed if I saved my time from playing for nothing. Finally, at this point, vacation nearly ended. I watched the movie, and the following are what I've seen and thought while watching it. In the near future, multi-billionaire Nathaniel Shepard, CEO of Genesis, launches the first ever mission to colonize Mars. During the journey, the lead astronaut, Sarah Elliott, discovers that she is pregnant. Shortly after landing, she dies from eclampsia while giving birth to the first human born on Mars, Gardner Elliott. The father of the child is unknown. In a dilemma, Nathaniel eventually decides to keep the child on Mars as a secret to avoid a PR disaster for his company and also keep the child safe. 16 years later, Gardner has grown up into an inquisitive, highly intelligent boy who has met only 14 people during his very unconventional upbringing. One day, in order to find out more about his mother, he hacks into Centaur, a robot he helped build, to gain access to the ship's storage. There, he retrieves his mother's items. Among them are a wedding ring and a USB drive, from which he plays a video of her and a man in a beach house. Convinced that the man is his father, he becomes determined to find him. Gardner logs on to an internet chat room where he has struck up an online relationship with Tosa, a street smart girl from Colorado who is constantly being shuffled from one foster home to the next. Under the guise of being confined to a penthouse due to osteogenesis imperfecta, they discuss their plans for the future. Gardner promises to come see her someday. He then watches the German language film Wings of Desire, where an angel falls to earth. On the day of Space Shuttle's arrival, Nathaniel discovers that Gardner is on board. He angrily confronts Tom, who hid this from him. Despite his anger, Nathaniel visits Gardner, who is being quarantined in NASA, while undergoing medical tests to determine whether he is fit for life on Earth. After a visit from Kendra, Gardner manages to discover that he is not fit for life on Earth. Upset, he stages a daring escape and hitches a ride to find Tosa. Gardner explains his ghosting for 7 months with his special identity, a boy from Mars. Tosa did not trust his words at the first time. During their dramatic adventure to find out Gardner's father, heartwarming trust seeps into their relationship and they find out they love each other. However, as Gardner's intermittent nose bleedings continue, they both realize that something went wrong to him. Nevertheless, the two did not cease or could not cease traveling because Dr. Shepard and Kendra are chasing after to stop them. Almost at the end of the movie, the two teenagers manage to find the house in front of beautiful beach where Gardner has seen through the video her mother had left on Mars. Here's the huge twist of the movie. The man living in the house they seek is not Gardner's father, but brother of Gardner's mother. The real father is Dr. Shepard, who just arrives at the right time and saves him when Gardner gives up with everything and chooses the ocean where his mother's burnt bone is sprinkled as a place where he wants to die. For short comments after watching, I would like to say that the movie was admirable, depicting various but intense emotions of one Martian boy. I feel I indirectly experienced his abnormal life. I also enjoyed excavating many hidden contrasts that the movie director intended. For example, two friendless teenagers make romantic balance and harmony with opposite mindset from each other. The one from Mars is so lack of experiences over whether good or not that he shows honest, innocent, or even naive attitude towards Tulsa. In contrast, the one from Earth had a life with too many earthy wounds and scars that she doesn't go around saying what feel whenever they feel it, and has guard and shows and other metaphors. She may be the representatives of all Earth people who have a hard time managing their life. While it was interesting to see these emotional portraits, it was also somewhat absurd to accept that Dr. Shepard was his father because there were only few allusions that he was the man Gardner tried to find out. In fact, the implausibility of the storyline was the biggest shortcoming of the movie. After I finished watching the movie, it was turned out that, well, at least I don't hate romantic movies. In my childhood memory, I remember I was shocked when I got to know that Wall-E, the movie I enjoyed watching so much, was a movie about a love between two robots. Whereas I suppose that I just thought love things are so cheesy, I still cannot explain my cynical thought toward romantics. I don't know, I just happened to young me. Also, there is something to talk about the title. I realized that there were two meanings in the title, the space between us. It meant, first, the emotional distance that Gardner tried to shorten through a risk-taking trip to Earth, and second, the physical distance between the two that Tulsa tries to lessen through astronaut training program supported by her new guardian Kendra to be a future Martian and meet him. To sum up, I enjoyed watching this movie. I was somewhat disturbed by some implausible development of the story, but I still do love its creative and emotional theme. Thank you.